Earlier this week, the official UFC Brazil X account announced that Max Holloway will be fighting Charles Oliveira for the BMF title at UFC 324. However, the post was quickly deleted. Today, Charles Oliveira confirmed that the fight will not be happening at UFC 324, but he believes it will happen in March or April.
Não tem nada certo na minha luta. Eu e o Max Holloway para janeiro, tá? Fiquei de férias, tô com a minha família. Saiu os últimos dias e tem muita gente me ligando, muita gente me marcando. Até o momento não sabemos de nada, né? E com certeza essa luta não será em janeiro, tá bom? Então, tá deixando bem claro aí. Mas a luta vai acontecer. Eu quero, ele também quer, vocês não querem, então a gente tá só pelo contrato. Mas eu creio que essa luta deve ser lá para março, abril, né? Então estamos só no aguardo. Para janeiro, não, tô de férias, não tem nada. Então eu creio que logo a gente tem notícia. Se soltaram porque alguma coisa tem, mas é isso. Agora não, logo sim.
Alex Pereira recently hinted that he's now setting his sights on becoming a 3-division champion, indicating that he's officially chasing the heavyweight title next. He posted this photo to his Instagram. In the caption, he wrote 2 + 1 = 3. Shama. Khamzat Chimaev left a comment. He wrote -1. Alex also posted this photo. He said, "Yesterday was a really good training day, where I could prove to myself what I can do and where I can go. I have not trained since my last fight because I injured my foot. And now before returning to training, I decided to spend the Thanksgiving weekend with my children in Orlando. But there was a small change of plans, and we went to the gym and I did 2 workouts. The second workout was sparring day, and I couldn't just watch. So after 2 months, I went through the fire doing 8 rounds with 8 different people and 8 different weights, maybe one of them lighter than me. Maybe I didn't have the same performance because these were the only 2 workouts after my last fight, and I wasn't physically prepared. I was a little apprehensive because I didn't go to do this type of training and I didn't even bring a mouth guard. But thank God nothing happened. I'm coming back to do what nobody has done. Shama." Tom Aspinall released a new video to his YouTube channel yesterday where he addressed a few topics. To start, he responded to Dana White's comments from the post-fight press conference.
I mean, he had Tom bloodied up. And Tom didn't want to continue in the fight, so who gives a
What do you think about Dana White saying Tom didn't continue, and then also who gives a to eye pokes?
Well, listen, I didn't continue. I'll tell you why I didn't continue, because I'm not a dummy. Like, I'm not going to go out there and fight one of the best strikers in the world if I can't see.
With double vision?
With any eye. As an MMA fighter, look, things are going to happen in the fight that compromise you. Go back and watch my fight with Arlovsky. The end of the first round, he punched me right in the eyeball. For the rest of that fight, I couldn't see him out that eye. That's fine. If you get punched or kicked in the eye, that's fine. If you get double eye poked in both eyes and you've got no vision because of a foul, why should I carry on so some dummy can look and say, "Oh yeah, Tom just got knocked out"? Because I ain't going to fight if I can't see anything because of a foul. If it's a little illegal move, we have to fight through it. That's what we do as fighters. But when it's a foul, why am I going to put my health at risk when I can't see at all?
So you're not too happy then on what the president of the organisation is saying towards it?
Well, what do you think?
Tom didn't want to continue in the fight, so.
Look, we all know who is at fault here. What the are you talking about, huh?
Tom also said that he believes Ciryl Gane did intentionally eye poke him. He believes Gane was deliberately cheating from the moment the fight started.
Did you think he did it on purpose?
So, I think that when it initially happened, I didn't really think much of it. I thought, accidental eye poke, whatever. Look, when I watched the fight back, that's when I really got the gist of what's going on. The guy was trying to poke my eyes out all the way through that round. Nearly every exchange that I could put him in danger, he had his fingers out pointing towards my eyes.
And your thoughts on him at the moment?
My thoughts on him, I think he's a big cheater. I think that, look at all his fights.
Tom also stated that he is not training at the moment and is solely focused on his health. He confirms that he may eventually need surgery on his eyes if his vision doesn't fully recover. Many people were shocked that after Michael Chandler defeated Chad Mendes at Real American Freestyle Wrestling 3, he didn't call out Conor McGregor in his post-match interview. Welp, Chandler did end up addressing Conor in a follow-up video. He says the fight is happening.
Seen a lot of you guys asking me why I didn't call out Conor last night. There's a simple reason why I didn't call out Conor. Yeah, I had a microphone in my hand, and yeah, I was pumped up. I was sweating. The juices were flowing. The veins were popping. Of course, I'm not going to call out Conor at a wrestling match, okay? I've done it enough The fight's already happening. You know I want to fight him. You know he wants to fight me. He's brought in guys to his training camp to mimic my style. So that fight has already been called out, been signed, sealed, and delivered since June of 2024. He's going to make good on his promise, on his word, on the ink on the contract here in June of 26. So it made sense. In the sport of wrestling, I was going to call out the biggest name I possibly could. That's why I call out Jordan Burroughs. I'm not going to call out Conor McGregor at a wrestling match. Although you guys probably were waiting for it and you wanted it to happen, but it did. So I'll fight Conor in June, South Lawn, White House. God bless. See you at the top.
Merab Dvalishvili discusses whether or not he plans to eventually move up to the featherweight division.
When it will be right time, I will go, no problem. But I think right now I should be focused, and I am focused on my weight class. Especially I have a now fight against Petr Yan. After, I want to fight in March. Whoever will be ready for March, I will fight. And I hope I will get this White House fight. And so after, we'll see. We'll see how the 145 division will be. And if UFC asks me to do it, I will do it. But like I mentioned before many times, I have so much respect for Volkanovski, and I know he's top challenge. And as a fighter, as a person, as a father, I have so much respect for him. And I want to focus for my weight class for now. Right now, I don't want to talk too much head off, So because it's a fight business, and
Merab is sniffing pizza while he eats lettuce and cucumbers in order to cut weight for his rematch against Petr Yan this weekend. He posted this video to his Instagram story and said, "Weight cutting is going good. This was my dinner for tonight."
Enjoy. 이대 tune up now. So good, so good.
오토바이 다.
오토바이?
오토바이 다.
Wow.
Ahead of his flyweight title defense against Joshua Van this weekend, Alexandre Pantoja discussed the idea of moving up to bantamweight to fight Merab. He doesn't seem to be very open to the idea. Speaking to TMZ Sports, Pantoja said, "I think Merab is one of the best fighters in the world. 100%. He's the number 3 pound for pound, maybe number 2. Merab is a tough opponent for everybody in his division. It's not easy to think about going up 10 pounds and thinking you can finish someone like Merab, When you talk about 10 pounds to my division, flyweight to bantamweight, it's a huge comparison. If you saw Zhang Weili versus Valentina Shevchenko, you can see the difference in size." TJ Dillashaw recently opened up about why he chose to fight Aljamain Sterling despite dealing with a serious shoulder injury. TJ challenged Aljo for the bantamweight title back in 2022 and lost via TKO in the second round. He now says that he went through the fight because he viewed Aljo as a weak champion and believed he could still get the job done even with the injury. TJ said, "So anyways, the point of the story was I dealt with adversity and got wins. I dealt with my shoulder against Garbrandt and got wins. I dealt with my knee against Sandhagen and got wins. Aljamain Sterling to me was the weakest champion that had been, and I don't mean that disrespectful, just like he's got some holes in his game that I felt like I could exploit." Arman Tsarukyan claims that the UFC's original plan was to book Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett in January. However, now that Ilia is out for the first quarter of 2026 due to personal issues, Paddy will now fight Justin Gaethje for the lightweight interim title.
I already knew that Paddy gonna fight with Ilia Topuria in January, but I didn't know they're gonna do interim title versus Gaethje and Paddy. But I knew that UFC wants to do Ilia versus Paddy, and on my mind, I didn't think it's something happened, even if I knock him out, because they already set up that all things. But at the end of the day, Ilia didn't fight, and I think this is UFC game plan. It's not like a family issue or something. It's they want to make star Paddy Pimblett and to bring him to fight for the title with Topuria. has a bigger name and make it like a big fight, like Khabib versus Conor, but they're not. Even if he got the belt, they know I could beat everybody. That's why they didn't give me title fight. Paddy, for me, it's a easy work. Justin, it's a easy work. Ilia, easy work. It was a hard work, Islam, but he left. So nobody on my level on this division right now.
Max Holloway isn't so sure if he even wants to fight on the White House card. Max's next fight is not yet official. However, rumors have been circulating that he's defending the BMF belt against Charles Oliveira at UFC 324. Max said, "We'll see what happens with the Conor thing, with John Jones coming back. I think the card idea is cool, but there's no American champion. The only American champion there is the BMF title. So you're looking at the man. So am I going to be at the card? I like my odds of being on it, but I don't know too much of really wanting to be on it, because I heard that's only going to have like 5,000 people on the lawn. And then across the street, they're going to have like 80,000 people at screens watching and stuff, which is cool. But the 5,000 people, I don't know if my family would be able to have seats there. So at the end of the day, it kind of sucks not having family members there. Especially when I worked my way up so high in the UFC, I'm so used to having them really close, ringside and stuff, and them just being there." It looks like Ronda Rousey may actually be gearing up for a return to combat sports. Over the past few months, she's been posting striking footage on her Instagram, sparking speculation about a comeback. And now, according to boxing journalist Lance Pugmire, Ronda is in active negotiations to box two-time undisputed boxing champion Katie Taylor in 2026. Katie Taylor has a pro record of 25-1. She most recently defeated Amanda Serrano for the third time over the summer. Ronda last competed at UFC 207 back in 2016, where she was knocked out by Amanda Nunes in just 48 seconds. The MMA community does not think this is a good idea for Ronda. Adam Martin says Ronda has no business in the boxing ring. Mike Bond reacted saying, "Crazy proposition. My biggest question about Rousey combat return in any form. How does any commission in good faith license her to compete after the book tour where she opened up about her concussion history?" Aaron Bronstetter says, "Can't say I had this one on my bingo card." This user writes, "Is Ronda looking to have more CTE? Ronda Rousey was getting torched by Holly Holm. Katie Taylor might kill her. Why is the pound-for-pound best women's fighter in boxing taking a layup against a retired wrestler who can't strike? Katie will punch the head off of her. This doesn't make sense. And Ronda is going to get the shit beat out of her. It's going to be amazing." So what do you guys think about Ronda Rousey returning to combat sports and doing it in boxing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one says, "As soon as I saw Woodley, I skipped so fast." The second one's from That Fool Chris. It says, "Me, please don't call him out. Please don't call him out. Chandler, Conor McGregor, me, damn it." And the final one's from Taylor Thomas. It says, "Man, Chandler just goes on and on." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.